Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to the stream. So, last time we signed off here on, uh, last Friday, Final Fantasy Fridays, uh, we were close to actually getting into battle with Titan. So, I'm hoping that today we actually do make it and, enter that trial, but we'll just have to wait and see. So just a quick recap of what happened last stream, what we signed off uh, on last time was we were searching for the legendary Bacchus grapes uh, to make the legendary Bacchus wine for the feast, and we might have just found the actual leaf of it. So we're about to go off to investigate that. So, without further ado, well, let's go and check it out. Will we actually find that legendary grape? Will we bring back that particular part of the wine industry here in this game? Only one way to find out. Also, if any of the sounds need adjusting, just let me know. I do know I need to increase the volume, the master volume, a little bit. But if it gets too loud, just let me know, and I could uh, turn the volume down again. Or if it's still a little bit too low, I could pump it up a little bit more. So it's all up to all of you, the viewers, to decide what's good for you. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna keep the milk as something that is extra for me. That's gonna be my offline food that I use. Just to get that extra 3% experience. Oh, hello again. What is it? Take a look at this leaf. It's just a leaf, isn't it? I only chose it because it was pretty. Didn't know it was rare. I found them near the Juggernaut to the south. I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh gubu tracks though. Maybe the leaves came from vines growing on the back of one such beast. If you go looking for it, please be careful. Some gubus are more territorial than others, and you may have to defend yourself. Which I'm pretty sure is basically saying you are going to come into one of those gubus that aggro on you if you're close to that level. Ooh, that means the battle is going to come. Looks like the vines are actually growing on the gubu's back. Pretty sure just one or two more levels and those will not aggro on me. no matter how close I get to them. Actually starting to get full on some of these. I will keep them as they are for now because I want to see what some of these are worth if I were to sell them on the market board. Uh, so I just keep them around until I actually get to a summoning bell to summon my retainers. Ooh, that's a legendary bird. But yeah, I keep them around till I'm able to talk to one of my retainers, and I see how much they're worth on the market board. Some of these materials. It's worth it. I usually do end up selling them on the market board. Make a little small profit. Alright, what did Durst have to say, Wind Up? Tell me everything. Here's a vine. I don't need to tell you. Or, well, technically I do. Ha ha ha, I was right. This smell, this texture. I hold in my hands a Bacchus grapevine cutting. Come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventurer and a novice vintner could. 12 as my witness. It is a Bacchus grapevine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen? What? You'd offer this to me? But why? There's none better positioned to reconstruct the Bacchus vineyards than you, Master Berglint. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. Just a few years' time, I swear that every tavern across Eorzea will once again be clamoring for a cask of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine. Sir, you needn't. Wait. The shape of this bottle, the scent of this label. This couldn't possibly be. A 1547 Bacchus? But that's impossible. This vintage has not been seen since years before the calamity. It was a crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time. But now I realize that it was never meant for me. It should be savored by the saviors of Wineport, I say. He made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Gigaruju will find no finer wine. You have forever changed Wineport, Wind Up. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. Ah, but do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray deliver the wine to Captain Wisegate. I guess I could. Well yes, I would very much like to drink it. But I am a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. Alright, so I found that actually just porting to Costa del Sol is usually cheaper than taking the, whatchamacallit. It's actually cheaper than taking the ferry over here, and saves time. Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me. So, what of the wine I asked you to bring? There you go. It's that Seven Hells, a 1547 Bacchus. Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you, but congratulations, Wind Up. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has seen in years. Considering the lengths you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. perhaps you could tell her that the banquet is about to begin. And we got some minion. Alright. Did other side quests pop up here? Nope. But I do sure have some work to do with the side quest. Alright. You have the look of a man who has been to the seventh hell and back. That a guest should be expected to supply the victuals for a banquet held in his own honor. This whole while, the shadow of Titan looms over us all. It beggars belief. Can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such, ignominy, I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace. So after all this time, it was held in my honor, and I was the one. Okay. That was unexpected. Lady Ishtola, Sir Shirogame. 1,000 pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, sir. Had I known, I would never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. Yeah, that look is basically what I look like right now. That's, okay. Come now, must have sensed something was amiss. You didn't seriously think I would send you running the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Spare him your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment. Unlike me, Windup has no knowledge of your traditions. Abby would be so good as to enlighten him. Aye, fair's fair. There's no sense in hiding it any longer. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company of heroes disbanded, we swore a solemn oath that any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be godslayers by his own criteria. If even one found him wanting, he would be rejected without a second thought. But if he proved himself worthy, we swore that we would do our utmost to support his cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of a foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly. We will not be complicit in the deaths of the unworthy. Which is why the 5 of you deigned to test Windup with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I'm sure, but tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? He's a brave one, that much is certain. Willingly walked into the midst of danger despite my repeated warning that it could cost him his life. Skill is undeniable. He stalked his prey relentlessly as any child of the sands, and struck with precision when an opportunity presented itself. Too many adventurers these days care only for fortune and glory. Windup, however, is a kind and generous soul. I'm certain he has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at his side. Fully Uplander's talentful plansmaker, tricksy foe for mighty Rockman. Sorry, I had to get into character for that one. I can only concur with my colleagues' assessments. We 5 of the Company of Heroes hereby judge you a worthy challenger, cast down the Lord of Crags, wind up Shirogame, and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. think I'm gonna write multiple books the way this game is going. With formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers, pour the wine. Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend. Wind up Shirogame, Titan's Bane. Wind up Shirogame, Titan's Bane, woohoo! At least that's what I think they're doing. Could be wrong. Could be right. Alright, congratulations, sweetling. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. Okay. Really here to just beat up the rock guy, so you'll excuse me. Well, I guess I can't defeat Titan on an empty stomach after all. Testing the exotic beast triggers a divine revelation. In that brief transcendent moment, you glimpse the true form of reality, comprehend its fleeting nature, and cry out to the heavens in celebration. Oddly specific, but okay. Alright, now I need to speak with all the former members of the Company of Heroes. When you face the Lord of Crags, think not of limbs of Lominsa, Eorzea, or anything beyond his chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory was ever achieved alone. Alright. Let's talk to this Gabi. Goodly Uplander must be facing mighty rockmen with clever fighty think. Gabi Flock cannot be coming to rescue this time. Ah, wind up, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Landonel sends his regards. I guess I could do that. You are a veteran of countless battles, Wind Up. This is but one more. Trust in your experience and you will prevail. You are blessed with the fortitude to rival the earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. That's reassuring. You are kind to indulge them, Wind Up. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. I do not deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration. Though they have all but pronounced you the victor, the battle with Titan has yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak with him again. I kind of forgot that all of this was to get information on Titan. Alright. You must be eager to face Titan. As promised, we will show you the way. Travel to Bronze Lake in Upper Lenosha. There, you will meet with Riol, another man who once served with the company. To ensure that his knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, he will remain in hiding until you have given the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at the 3 locations I mark. Only then will he appear to meet you at this 4th location. I realize this may seem excessive now, but you will see that it is more than reasonable once you comprehend the risks inherent in our method. You know, all I truly wanted was to go into Titan's lair and poke him with my pointy stick. Don't really think that's much, is it? I do know that the rock guy will not probably be phased much by this tiny stick, but I have to try nonetheless. Alright, yes, I would like to travel to Raincatcher Gully, taking more scenic routes this time. I also see that my mount speed increased here in Eastern Lenosha, so that is good. No, it aggroes on me, it aggroes. And I am slow again. Kind of think about it, I'm pretty sure Lenosha has 3 beast tribes. Because there's the Mamulja, we have the Sahagin, and there's the Kobolds. But I don't know why they kinda just leave the Mamulja as if it doesn't really exist. Alright, there's an Aetheryte here. I'm gonna need to zone 2. Have to also sign up here, there we go. Only one more location to whistle, then I should be good. Said the B rank, yes, that's the B rank of this area. Okay, there's the guy. No, it wasn't down there. It's a good thing I spotted the guy before I jumped. Greetings, mate. Might you be the one the captain said you would come calling? Aye, I thought so. Pay attention now, cause I ain't explaining myself twice. Alright. Years ago when we was weighing up how to get Titan, one of our scouts stumbled across this beastman Aetheryte, see? What's that look for? Not familiar with him. He speaks of an unamplified Aetheryte, which has been claimed by a beast tribe, lest you wonder. There is no fundamental difference between such Aetherites and those which you have used on countless occasions, Wind-Up. Ah, well, it ain't the Charlene lass. Welcome back. Forgive me for interrupting. I had planned to await your report, but I succumbed to curiosity. The tunnels beneath Ogamuro form a bewildering labyrinth that no outsider has ever fully explored. How the company of heroes managed to navigate it is a mystery I have long pondered. Ah, give us a bit of credit, love. We weren't daft enough to try going in the front. The kobolds are always digging new tunnels and filling the old ones with traps. One wrong step and the next thing you know, you've got 100 tons of rock on your noggin. Suicide to even try, see? Funny thing was, the kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding their way around. And it was that as got us thinking. I mean, Ugamuru mines are like a bleeding city, ain't they? And getting around in a city that big would be a right pain in the arse if you didn't have an Aethernet, wouldn't it? So it stood out. It stood to reason that the kobolds must have one, didn't it? Hmm. Even if there were Aetherite shards in the depths of Ogamuru, you would have needed to attune yourself to them before you could identify their signatures within the life stream. Ah, well, that's where you're all wrong, love. We had the Shariam bloke to help us, see? Delivered us right into Titan's bedchamber, he did. I don't really know how he did it, but I do remember him saying it weren't nothing any Shalian scholar worth her salt couldn't manage. Oh, snap. Did he now? Locating a beacon in the absence of a known signature might be possible if the Aetherites in question happen to be... Ah, yes. But in order to guide a traveler to said beacon safely, a second party would be required to... It is possible, in theory at least, yet I cannot be certain until I try. Plainly, all will depend upon whether or not I am worth my salt. No, you are, lass. Don't you worry about that. Have a bit of faith in yourself. I don't know why I have that accent while talking in this guy's voice, but at least in my head, that's how he sounds. Well, we all go to Zelma's Run and take a closer look at the Aetherite. It ain't far, though there's sure to be a few kobolds blocking the way. Not you can't handle, mind. Alright, looks like we're super close to actually unlocking the Titan trial. Alright, let's examine the Beastman Aetherite. So this is the Aetherite the Company of Heroes used to gain access to Titan's Sanctuary. It is as Papalimo speculated. In its present state, this Aetherite signal will not be strong enough for our purpose. I may, however, be able to use my own energies to amplify it. Alas, the tax will monopolize my attention for the duration. Seems you'll have to proceed without me, Wind-Up. I must needs remain here and supplement this beacon's power, lest you be denied your only path of escape. Fear not, I will summon the Maelstrom forces stationed nearby to protect us. However, it is possible that I may be able to stabilize the Aetherite signal and thereby join you, albeit belatedly. Till such time as I do, you'll be on your own. Now, let us see if I am worth my salt. I've located another beacon, one far below the mountain. You can only speculate as to what you will find there, so think not in your preparation. Alright, looks like the battle is here. I can now access the naval. Before I do, let me see if anybody from the pre-company wanted to join in real quick. If not, I'll just queue myself up. There should be enough people to actually do that. I'll just be waiting a couple more minutes, see if anybody would like to join. Alright, I have a volunteer. And I'll wait a couple more minutes to see if anybody else is going to join in. If not, I'll just hop straight to the... I'll just queue us up. And I guess killing this kobold will serve as the waiting time. Alright. Just waiting a couple more seconds. Alright. Looks like nobody else is going to join. Got the naval. And just a quick... There we go. Alright. Queue us up. Now the wait begins. We're going to be waiting on a healer and a second DPS. I'm hoping this person is a healer. If that is the case, I'm pretty sure that's a healer. The person does have the white mage outfit on. So just wait a little bit more. Once we get in, we get in. Then we'll be able to continue on with the story. In the meantime, let's kill one of those kobolds. And the wait continues. Well, right after I actually entered should bring me back to this area. So I could just go around killing stuff. Actually, let me participate in that phase. Running phase should be good enough. I'll never mind. Alright, we're just waiting on that final DPS. There we go. Look, an overdweller. Yes, yes, an invader from above uses our aetherites against us. He has defiled Titan's sacred sanctuary, trespassed, violated, defiled. Overdwellers must leave. Overdwellers must fly. Brothers and sisters, fear him not. His fate shall be decided by the Lord of Crags. Hear me, Overdweller. You and your treacherous brother must be held to account for the breaking of the covenant. You shall be first to face judgment, then Limsolamence and her oath-breakers. Liars, betrayers, oath-breakers. Oh, great Father, Lord of Crags, Titan, we summon you. Titan, we summon you. Oh, great Father, Lord of Crags, Titan, we summon you. Titan, we summon you. Had to add that little dramatic effect, you know. He is come, he is come. The Lord of Crags, Titan is come. Overdweller, art thou deaf to their weeping? Thy vile kind coveteth ever the blessing of the land, and murdereth my children by the score. All in service to greed, such sins are beyond pardon. Ah, but I am not the first to suffer thy defiance. Thou didst bring Ifrit low. Godless Overdweller, thy myriad heresies shall not go unpunished. On thee shall I wreak a terrible vengeance. Alright, Rockman, bring it on. Looks like all of my abilities, except for the AoE one, that's the only one that's not available for me. Let me help the healer out a bit. now. We attack the heart of Titan. Oh no, the healer is in the gal. We need to get the healer out. Ooh, that was a close one. The tank almost died. There we go. The Lord of Crags, great father Titan has fallen. Yes, we defragged the Lord of Crag. The crimes of the overworld shall never be forgiven, never be forgotten. No, no, never. 'Twas your kin who broke the covenant. We have acted only in defense of our lands. Cease your aggression, or never will there be peace until our dying breaths. We shall defy you, deny, decree, defy. How did he get there? I'm not gonna ask. Now these are the readings one would expect of an icon. I've seen enough. We proceed as planned. Are you sure that is wise, my lord? Your curiosity is untested and unproven. We do not yet know its true capabilities. Then trust in mine. Rittatin? That's one weird name. Oh well. Alright. My curiosity, as you so eloquently put it, would have bested Titan in the blink of an eye. Why? If there be truth to the legends, it could really subjugate the whole of Eorzea given but a little while longer. Is that not so? It is. No greater single power has ever been conceived, much less realized. What you say may well be true, but while such devices may win battles, I do not believe they will serve to change the course of this war. Oh, but they will. Have a little faith, my friend. I cannot endorse this course of action. Cool. Now he has a fourth. Fascinating. Carry on, Crystal Bearer. Far though you have come, your work is far from done. And not remain to mark his passing. Well, Yassians are nothing if not elusive. It is of little wonder that they should cast advanced teleportation magics at will, but that they would choose to consort with the Empire. What common goal could they possibly share? Not a good one. I fear I might arrive too late, but I see you had the matter well in hand. I have taken measures to ensure that we are not pursued. Yet I cannot say how long they will hold. Take your leave while the kobolds are still in disarray. I will follow anon. There's something I must investigate before I depart. I will teleport you to the Aetheryte in Zelma's Run. We will rendezvous at Camp Bronze Lake. Agreed? Yeah, sure. Why not? Okay, there's the exit. Pretty sure I'm almost at level 45. No, I'm not actually. And there it is. You know, I kind of thought I'd get more out of this trial as far as experience goes, but apparently not. I do know dungeons, though, are usually the best way to level up. If you do them synced, every enemy counts for experience and sometimes and most likely even guild. So that's always a good way to go. I'm relieved to see you well, but come, let us discuss our next step. And more side quests to look out for. The word will already have reached Maelstrom Command. Protocol requires that a representative of our order inform the High Commander of the mission's success. The honor is rightfully yours, Wind-Up. Once again, I must commend you on a job well done. We shall speak again soon. Alright, looks like I have to go to Olimsa then. Alright. Aft Castle it is. And just a heads up for anybody watching, if there are any voiced cutscenes that happen at any time, I usually mute myself so that everybody would be able to enjoy the actual voice acting, not this Walmart knockoff brand voice acting that I'm doing. Thank you for coming, Wind Up. Word of your triumph reached me some while ago, but I am pleased to have it personally confirmed. First Ifrit, now Titan. Truly, when I think of your achievements, I feel the loss of the warriors of light less keenly. There can be no greater compliment than that. You and your order are heroes. The people of Limsalu Minsa are forever in your debt. Relay the details of your report to the Admiral forthwith. Please send my regards to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Wind up, this is Minfilia. Stola has informed me of your success. You have won a great victory for the people of Eorzea, one that shall not be forgotten. And what is more, both you and Y'shtola emerged from Ogamuro unscathed. My Tataru and the others seem as glad as they did of Titan's fall. You can look forward to a hero's welcome. We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There's much to discuss. Godspeed. Pray return to the Waking Sands. Right, I have a few Vesper Bay Aetherite tickets. I remember before they actually introduced that only way you could return is to travel to Horizon and then just walk, run, or however you want to do it all the way here. And when I started playing this game, it was before they actually reduced any of the missions. It was all the miscellaneous missions that they took out. I actually went through that. It was an experience. Not gonna say it was fun, not gonna say it was bad, and this does not seem well. Oh my, this is not good. This one is glad, walking one is safe. Alright, now I'll know what happened.
例によって一度砂の家に帰ってきてくれるかしら。今後の方針を詰めましょう。じゃあ待ってるわね。本当に無事でよかった。ルイ沢様、見てますか？あなたの尊い意志は勇敢な冒険者の手によって再びエオル勢に広がろうとしていますよ。あなたは隠れていなさい。いいわね。そしてあの人が帰ってきたらこう伝えて。 しく従います。だから無関係な人を殺すのはやめなさい。
あら、暁の親玉さん見つけた。丸腰で出てくるなんて勇気あるわね。
あの人はいないわ。探したって無駄よ。
本当みたいね。
でもここがどうやって。まさか。
おしゃべりはそこまで。
どうして。
今日が覚めたわ。
やめろ。
やめなさい。
もう十分だ。やめろ。冒険者はいなかったけど、暁の親玉さんを捕らえたことでこの場は良しとしてあげるか。あの力、親玉さんにもあるみたいだしね。楽しみだわ。いつまでやっている。聞くぞ。連れて行け。
Walking one Minfilia. Ask this one too. I think my tune actually forgot that the sylph was there. Case walking one returned. This one was to say at church in Eastern Thanalan. Walking one must claim sanctuary. This one tried to protect Walking One Minfilia from Imperial ones. Think you should rest, buddy. Or give this one save. Oh no. Sylph is gone. Alright. At the Church of Saint Adama Landama. That is Eastern Thanalan, so Camp Drybone. Alright. We are slowly getting there. Slowly getting to the end of A Realm Reborn. Something troubling you, my son. You have the look of one who has endured great suffering. If there is anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. Uh, Give me, Father, for I have sinned. Let's do this. This one seems the most logical. The wild roses. I see. You may speak freely here. We are all friends of the Scions. How? How could this have happened? Everybody's wondering that, you know. You're certain that Minfilia was among those taken by the Garleans. Yes, I saw it. I pretty much saw it. Let us pray no further harm comes to them. You may stay here for as long as you wish. It's the least I can do for a friend of Minfilia's. I have known her since she was but a child. Well do I recall the day of our first meeting. I swore then to do everything in my power to support her, and I will gladly offer the self-same service to her brother and sister Scions. So please, no matter what you require, you need not hesitate to ask. Marquise, will you come here for a moment? Yes, Father. It's Obi-Wan. You know, like that, he does technically look like Obi-Wan Kenobi. From A New Hope. Without the goggles, of course. If you require assistance, pray speak with Marquise. He's a trifle shy, but I assure you, he means well. I should explain. Marquise is a survivor of the Battle of Cartano. Alas, his experience took a terrible toll upon his mind. Had we not taken him into our care, he would surely have perished in the desert. Marquise, I want you to look after Windup. Do you understand? Yes, Father. Alright, those who wait. Let's see, any rewards associated with that? Nope. That is fair enough. Ooh, we're actually gonna get a new weapon. That's good. Excuse me, Windup. Do you have a moment? Concerns this broken horlog, which was found in the pocket of a man brought here for burial. There's something familiar about it, but just what I cannot say. Perhaps if I tinker with the device, it will come to me. However, I lack the proper tools to do so. I would ask that you journey to Camp Drybone in my stead to obtain a bull-point chisel and a pair of needle-nose pincers. They are often used by goldsmiths, so perhaps they would be the best people to ask. Of course, I do not expect you to foot the bill. Here, take this coin purse. That should cover it. Alright, looks like I'm going to be very busy after stream for a while. During the week especially, trying to get all these side quests done. The main reason I also want to do that is, hopefully by next time, I'd have at least completed the, level 45 Dragoon quest. That way I have parts of my armor. Full point chisel, you say? And a pair of needle-nose pincers? Those things don't come cheap, you know. here's this coin purse. It's all balls. I mean, yes, that should be sufficient payment. I was doing business with you. Heh. I just got swindled, didn't I? That person basically took the entire thing and left. I just got had. Right, that is a high ether. Have you brought the tools I requested? Here you go. Something occurs to me. Please wait here for a moment. It was for naught. Though I repaired the device easily, the sensation that stirs within me remains a mystery. But how? How did I do it? These hands. My hands. They moved with a mind of their own, deftly manipulating the clockwork mechanisms. There was no doubt or uncertainty. I knew exactly what to do, though I had performed the same motions countless times before. Pardon me, wind-up. This was a mistake. Please give the horlock to Sister Elenid. The man who once owned it is currently in her care, and I think it's best that it be returned to him. Now I feel that certain memories are starting to pour back into old Marquise here. Ah, such care, leaving the guy dead on the ground like that. Good morning to you, sir. Have you come to pay your respects to this man? So respectable. Alright, never before have I seen such a queer device. You say that it measures the passing of time. Mayhap they are more common in Garlemald. I'm given to understand that its cities are filled with all manner of amazing technologies. Marquis said that it belonged to the deceased. Oh dear. Don't suppose that the owner might have been a Garlean spy? May behoove us to notify the authorities in Camp Drybone. But, more importantly, how did Marquis manage to repair this device? I knew he had talent for the trades. This goes far beyond mending fences and thatching roofs. So what you're saying is something ain't right. Okay, finally, a new spear with higher stats. Now it really does look like a toothpick. Recognize you now, wind-up. Allow me to express my deepest condolences for those who lost their lives in the attack. Apologize if discussing this upsets you, but you should know that the bodies of your comrades are presently being removed from the waking sands and prepared for transport here. Wish to leave this work to others, I understand. However, taking part might help you to find closure. Speak with a merchant outside the waking sands. Which means another Whisper Bay ticket to be used. Oh, and I think that is an unlock for something. You don't look like one of the church fellas. Not that I'll turn you away. No, sir. As you can see, you've got a pile of unidentified bodies over yonder. No one's come to claim them. So, off to the lich yard they go. Be thankful you didn't have to go inside to see the carnage for yourself. It was the stuff of nightmares, I tell ya. God's damned Imperials. Don't know what quarrel they had with these folks, and I sure as hell don't want to know. sooner we put this behind us, the better. Say, ain't I seen you around here before? Do you just have one of the faces? Ah, never mind. Any road, there's a carriage come to haul the bodies to the lich yard, out by the east gate. There's only 8 left to load up, but seeing as I'm exhausted from carrying all the others, I've a mind to leave the remainder to you. Might want to cover your nose while you work. Some of these folks are starting to turn into a zombie. Let's see if we can... I do know there was supposed to be someone familiar. Don't remember exactly which one it was, but one of those fallen scions was actually, let's see if we could get a closer look at them. Okay, anyway. One of the fallen scions here, fun fact, is actually one of the people, I think the one that I just picked up right before this guy. That was one of the people that was in Edda's group. If you remember Edda from the Tamtar Deepcroft storyline, where she lost her husband to be and all that. When I said pay attention, one of them was actually in the pile of dead bodies that we just carried. What happened to the big fella? Ah, forget it. Just bring the next batch and toss him in the back. Seems like they'll complain if you're rough. Wow, toss him in the back. Well, ain't you a strong one? 4 in one trip. Reckon there's no need for me to lend you a hand with the rest then. What's truly amazing is that 4 and I'm just a tiny potato. I could see carrying other potatoes, but are Rogan in with them? That's odd. But yes, one of the fallen here is actually part of the group of adventurers that were with Edda. Come on, let's finish this before I die of old age. That should be all of them. Thanks for the help. I reckon it won't take too long to deliver all the corpses to the lich yard. Even so, I'll want to hurry back and tell them that all our work here is done. Then I traveled back to Eastern Thanaland. Shouldn't I be faster in this area? Maybe not yet. I haven't been here all that much, so... See that you decided to heed my advice. I pray that, in doing so, you found some small measure of peace. First carriage from Besser Bay arrived not long ago, and we have begun preparing your comrades for burial. I had a hand in the initial rites, and I would like you to know that, for many, death came quickly. Rest assured that we will treat them with the utmost respect, and do everything we can to shepherd them to Thal's realm. If that is your notion of respect, I don't think they want it. To be completely honest with you. Alright. nothing that is better than what I have, so... Ooh, 5 silver pieces. That's good. Although we can perform the rites for most of the Saiyans, there is only one whom we cannot accept. I'd like you to return this one to her people, the Sylphs of Little Solus. It's only proper that she be given into the care of her friends and family, so that they may mourn her in accordance with Sylphic tradition. And off to Gridania I go. Gonna be taking the scenic route this time. Alright, Aethernet, Central Shroud. Alright, looks like that archer has got it. Such beautiful scenery. I really like the scenery in this game, it's just amazing. The details are just awesome. This one is surprised to see Walking One in Little Solus. How can these was this Walking One? Roxia, but this one does not understand. Now you shall understand everything. Come, Luxio, this one has heard much wailing. This one would know what has caused such distress. Terrible news, Elder One. Awful news. Walking One has returned to Little Solus, but why? These ones have not requested further aid. Neuroxia? How did this happen? Explain everything to this one at once. So, not only Neuroxia, but many of Walking One's friends were lost as well. Neuroxia. Neuroxia went to Thanalan at the behest of this one. Walking One was with Neuroxia at the end. Tell this one that Neuroxia was brave. Tell this one that Neuroxia did not suffer. This one has got to hear Walking One's words. Thank you for bringing Neuroxia home, Walking One. These ones also wish to thank Praying Ones. Tell Praying Ones that these ones will remember this kindness. This one demands vengeance. Imperial ones must pay. Imperial ones must suffer. Ooh, the inner Sith of that one came out. When the time comes for Walking Ones to face Imperial ones, do not forget these ones. These ones would not have Neuroxia's death be for naught. These ones will fight. Alright, and looks like I have to teleport back to the student has a land. Again. Could take the scenic route, but it's gonna be a bit too long. We thank you for your service to the church and to the Sylphs. You may be pleased to know that, in your absence, we interned the remaining science in the Lich Yard. Perhaps you still wish to do more for your friends? If so, I would remind you that you have already done so much on their behalf. Please take a rest and set aside your burdens for now, Wind Up. Then I go inside to talk to Marquise. Yep. And let's see. Ooh, these are gonna be better boots. That's always awesome when I get better gear. I'm not imagining Wind Up. I know I'm being watched. It's different, sinister. It is as if I am under observation. The feeling comes and goes, but I felt it when last I ventured outside. Yes, I know I felt it. Look outside for me, please. It will only take a moment. Now, this place is just one huge mess. Right, I don't know how you could see from here. Even for somebody tall, you shouldn't be able really to see much. The heavy seal is now attuned to me. That is awesome. Just what I like to see, or hear, or you get the point. You were attacked, weren't you? Are you unharmed? Thank the gods. I knew it. He was watching me. But why was he watching me? What did he want with me? Did he, perhaps, know something of my past? Well, I could have asked him. I need to think. Please allow me a moment alone. Wait, Father Iliad must hear of this. Will you tell him for me? It's important. I think others may come for me again. Heavens forfend that such a thing should happen on holy ground. Do you have any idea who this man was? Did you notice anything distinctive about his garb or possessions? He was an imperial. This is Garlean steel, which means the man who was watching Marquise was. Make haste to Camp Drybone at once. We must summon the immortal flames before more Imperials come. Okay. Feel a cutscene coming with voice.
尋ね人を同時に2人も見つけることになろうとはゆくゆく私はついているな。こんなところで帝国の影に怯えている場合ではないぞ。我々の手で暁をよみがえらさねばならん。そのためにはガーロンド・アイアンワークス代表、伝説の貴公子シド、あなたの力も必要となる。
どなたか存じませんが、ここにいる男はマルケズと申す者。先の霊祭で心に傷を負い、癒しが必要な状態です。どうかそっとしておいてください。
世界は今あなたの力を欲しているのだ。こんなところで眠っている場合ではないぞ。
マルケズ、いやシドと言ったかな。これを持って行きなさい。あなたのものだ。シド、一緒に暮らすうちにあなたはきっと名のある人だと予想はしていた。短い間だったが息子が戻ってきてくれたようで嬉しかったよ。私はもう十分に幸せな思いをさせてもらった。あなたを世界にお返しする時が来たのです。
お前は一体。
私の名はアルフィノ・ルベユール。亡き祖父の意志を継ぎ、暁の血盟の一員として蛮神、そして帝国と戦っている。暁が襲撃された件は知っている。すでにエオルゼア中で噂になっているよ。エオルゼア諸国はここしばらく霊災からの復興と国内問題の解決に注力してきた。その間手薄となった蛮神対策の担い手として神狩りを引き受けていたのが暁の血盟だ。その暁が落ちた。各国上層部も動揺しているが、だからこそここで戦いをやめるわけにはいかない。イクサル族が蛮神ガルーダを召喚した。現在クルザスで猛威を振るっている。蛮神ガルーダは数いる蛮神の中でも特に好戦的で凶暴だ。委員会の調査によれば、それはイフリートやタイタンを軽く凌駕するほど、一つ格上の存在と言われるほどでね。つまりその蛮神ガルーダを狩れば他の蛮族たちに与える影響も大きいということだ。蛮神が絶対的存在ではない証明になるのだからな。蛮神ガルーダが控える祭壇は暴風の壁に守られている。シド、あなたの出番だ。エンタープライズを探しに行く。
エンタープライズだと。もしやそれは。
そうだ、シド、あなたの飛空艇だ。あの船は霊祭前にグリダニアから飛び立ったのが最後のはず。その足取りを追う。
俺の飛空艇。少し待ってくれ。
く続いた万神との戦いもいよいよ最後だ。我々はエオルゼアはまだ牙を失ったわけではないと世界に見せてやろう。
エンタープライス、そこに俺がいる。必要とされている俺が。
Alright. The legendary Sid Garland of Ironworks. Okay, let us continue on with the quests, of course. I mean, that I can't really wear. So the one that I can wear, that would help. 2 underleveled for me. Alright. What a curious twist of fate that Master Sid Garland would at last be found within our church. It defies imagination. Beg your pardon, wind up. You wish to find his airship, yes? I know not how much truth there is to it, but there is a tale known as the final flight of the Enterprise, which grew popular in the wake of the calamity, much like the Great Gubu Wall of Ul'Da. States that the Enterprise flew northwest from Gridania towards Corthus. If true, the airship would have passed through the North Shroud, likely over Falgord Float, the closest settlement to Corthus, mayhap. The Serpents stationed there have records of the events that transpired that day. I'd hoped you might rest from your journeys for a time, but I see that the world still has need of you and the Scions. Pray look after yourself and Sid, wind up. Alright. Well, we return to Gridania again to head to the North Shroud. Alright. There he is. Is there aught I can assist you with, sir? The Enterprise? You speak of Master Garland's ship, yes? Aye. I needn't refer to the records. I know that the airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago, clearly bound for Corthus. What became of it after that, I cannot say. If you wish to know more, pray speak with Vortiport at Florental's Spire. He was on duty that day, and he saw it with his own eyes. I am unsure what it is you hope to accomplish, though. Even should you locate the ship, would you not need a man of Master Garland's caliber to fly it? I hear tell that the machinery is fiendishly complex. Yes, don't you worry about it, good sir. We got the Master Garland himself. Oh, I almost forgot to equip those. Alright, return to inventory. These actually don't look bad with the outfit I have right now. Of course, the original boots would look best with it, but These are not half bad at all. You have come in search of Vortifart. Then, well met. You have found him. Indeed, I have served as a whaler for many years, since before the great snows came to Corsus. What exactly is this about? Ah, the final flight of the Enterprise. Do indeed remember that day. Alright, well then you should tell me. And the linen shirt won't help at all. So the silver pieces it will be again. It was on the eve of the Battle of Cartanu, nigh on 5 years ago. I held this fire alone that night, while the bulk of our forces marched to meet the enemy in the field. Then, all of a sudden, the most fantastic airship I'd ever seen split the sky overhead. I could only watch in shock as it disappeared over the mountains to the northwest. If the Enterprise wasn't destroyed during the calamity, I'd wager it's still somewhere in Corsus. But the astrologers at the observatorium may have records, which could help. But to obtain them, we would need to deal with the Ishgardians who control the region. I wouldn't expect much, though. The high houses have long been concerned with their own affairs above all else. When Dalamud descended, they took shelter behind their gates, and even now they have little regard for the plight of other nations. Nevertheless, they may deign to assist you should you prove yourself useful. Consider providing your services to the soldiers who guard the observatorium. Though they may refuse you at first, I have little doubt they would accept aid freely offered. Alright, since this looks to be like its own interesting storyline, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to be signing off here as I ran out of time. Also, this seemed like the best point in the story to actually sign off for this stream. So, if you have enjoyed what you have seen, you can follow me at the links shown in chat. Here is my schedule. You could go. Next time I'm gonna be streaming is going to be tomorrow for Stardew Valley Saturdays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be hopping back into Stardew Valley. We should be completing the rest of the story there. I do remember last time I had to hop off a little bit earlier than I had hoped for, but it shouldn't be a big deal. I should be getting back into it pretty soon. So we'll just pick up what we left off since last time. And that is all I have for today. So wherever you are in the world, have a lovely evening, morning, whatever it is for you. Until we meet again.